We recently moved into our off-grid tiny home as a family of 4, and I'm finally getting around to filming a little home tour. So come along to see how we make life work in around 20 square meters. First up is our little kitchen, and this is probably one of my favorite spaces in the whole house. We have these beautiful big windows that open up to a breakfast bar on the deck, and we also have so much cupboard storage, like more than I've had in homes in the past. Our kitchen opens up into our little living area / lounge, and we went for a built-in lounge because we really wanted to maximize storage underneath. Through this hallway is our bathroom, so we have our laundry in here under the stairs, as well as a composting toilet and a shower that could honestly fit all of us if we need, and outside we have a bath. Stay tuned for that. Okay, that is downstairs. Now let's go upstairs. When you first go up, we have a hallway that we can all stand up in, and then we step up into our bedroom here. We have a queen bed, and we just love the way that the morning sun hits all of the windows here. This little LED light window was custom made for our family. We also have all built-in wardrobes too. So that's our bedroom, and then if we go across the hallway, this is our son's bedroom. He has a little door so we can close it while he's napping or sleeping and we don't disturb him. He has a double bed in here and also built-in robes with so much storage. We also have this big beautiful outdoor area with a bath, but I think that's a whole other video.
2 years ago, I bought 2 acres of a 66-acre community farm and decided to embark on the crazy journey of building a completely off-grid tiny house, complete with a natural swimming pool that I DIY'd out of a concrete water tank. After sharing that journey on TikTok and seeing the amount of interest and the amount of questions I got, I decided to put together a resource that could help people learn about how to do it themselves or just gain some inspiration. The ebook is finally out now. It's published. You can access it via the link in my bio. So let me know what you'd like to see added as a bonus chapter.
I live in a tiny house and this is my official tour. Let's come take a look inside. You first walk into the right, you'll enter the living room. One of my most favorite things about this house is that it comes with a built-in fireplace. It actually projects heat like it's not fake. Just in this entertainment center alone, there are 8 full-size cabinets. I wanted to show you just how deep these cabinets are. As you can see, you can store a ton of stuff in. And these are just 8 of the cabinets. There's still more. First thing people say when they come inside of my tiny house is, how in the heck do you have full-size appliances? They did an incredible job with the layout of this kitchen because look at how many storage places there are. A lot of thought had to be put inside this to make every single inch of it storage. And instead of them just keeping this the side of the cabinet, they made it into another cabinet. As you keep walking past the kitchen to your right, you will see the bathroom. There's cabinet space, and then there's also a huge wall so you can fit a nice sized mirror on it. It was really important for me to have a full size shower. That was one thing I could not sacrifice. Right across the bathroom is your washer and dryer area. There's so much you can do with this area. Instead of doing the normal stackable washer and dryer, I chose to make half of it a pantry and the other half I got a washer and dryer combo. Across from that, guess what guys? More storage. We're not done yet. If you keep walking straight, it leads to a whole another room. This room right here is my beauty room / closet / honey's room. Most people typically put their bedroom in here, but I chose to make it this. So these 2 are my closets, and then this whole thing are 5 deep drawers to store extra stuff. I typically just keep all my foldable clothes in here. Going back into this living room area, I have not showed you the best part of the house. It's the windows. Look at how beautiful these windows are. This is honestly one of the things that sold the house for me. Like, it cannot get any better than that. Now you're probably wondering where I sleep, so let's take you upstairs to my loft area. This is Honey's favorite area in the house. This is where she is half the time. Over here is a little seating area. This is where I read my Bible and do my devotionals at. I think people have a hard time getting over is the fact that you can't like stand up straight in here, but I promise you guys it's really not the big deal. A lot of people wonder when I sit up in my bed if I hit my head on the ceiling, and I'm here to show you that I do not. I actually have some room. We're going to end the tour off here with just a little bit more information. So this is a 399 square foot tiny home. The brand is Champion Park Models and Cabins, which is a part of Champion Homes family of brands. The model name is the APS 527B. This video is sponsored by Champion Homes, and if you're looking for a tiny home by them, then you can click the link in my bio, type in your zip code, and it will let you know a dealer near you.
Welcome to our newest tiny house build, Hickory Outlook. As we like to say, tiny house, big living. But let me give you guys a tour. We're first going to enter through the side door, which leads into a hallway, which then you can enter the bathroom. This bathroom has light adjustable mirrors plus a double vanity. We do use this as a short-term rental, so we use a lot of high-quality materials and appliances. And my favorite part is that if you wave at the toilet seat will come up, and there is a bidet that has all the options you would ever need.
The shower has body sprays, a wand, and a rain shower head. Also, this is all hand-laid subway tile. There is also a washer and dryer, which is such a big perk to any Airbnb. And fun fact, we actually custom painted this vanity to match a 1990s Chevrolet Tahoe. I love the color and I needed the vanity to be that color. We actually got one of these things at an auction, so we had to match it. I really liked the cool shape of it. Now we're going to exit the bathroom and head into the hallway where you get all these beautiful views. And now we are going to head into the kitchen, but this will be a part 2.
I've had a total of like 3 people ask me for a tiny home tour, so I thought I would finally succumb to the pressure and show you guys around. This house is 670 square feet and it is 2 bedroom, 1 bath. We are actually building a second one right now. This is my roommate's room, so I'm not going to show you that. I've never shown the bathroom. That's because it's still a work in progress, and it's also my laundry room, so it tends to be messy. This is my room, and we've recently added these lofts with this really cool ladder in both rooms, and then also this wood paneling on the side, which has made it feel so homey. I'm so excited about it. Our second one is actually coming along pretty quickly because it is our second, so we're a little bit faster at it this time, but I've been posting updates on here if you want to follow along.
A very humble, tiny home tour. Let's take a look. This is what you see when you walk in. So there's my wall desk, our TV, my filing cabinet, filing wall shelf. This is my husband's desk. Then we have a wall-mounted coat rack with some storage, and then of course our fireplace. This is our bedroom loft. So I have like pajama storage right there, and then my nightstand and my neck pillow stretcher. That's my husband's side of the bed / room. And then this is all of my clothes and all of my sewing supplies. And then that's where I put our laundry. And so most of the sewing supplies and everything and storage is up there. This is our small little kitchen, the area where I cook. And so then this is our little battery bank area, and then this is our storage / indoor shower area, and then our bathroom storage, and then of course the little dog area and their water. And that is our humble little home with no bills.
I'm Melissa with Liberty Tiny Homes, and I'm here to answer some of your frequently asked questions. These kind of tiny homes are considered park model tiny homes, which means they are RVI certified and legally considered an RV. So that will max them out at 399 square feet to keep that RV status. Our tiny homes can be shipped nationwide. So it will depend on which state it's being shipped to. Some states do have height requirements and length requirements and width requirements. So you can reach out to our sales team directly to get specific information about that. Let's talk placement of tiny homes. Tiny homes are considered RVs, so therefore they can typically be found in RV parks, tiny home communities, or we can also place them onto private land. Do you rent the land or do you own the land? In several communities throughout the United States, you'll find that it's the most normal for you to rent the land, but it's not just a parking spot. A lot of communities will include several utilities, and in addition to that, you get access to the park amenities. Our tiny homes can be financed. So since they're not real property, it's not going to fall under a traditional mortgage, so you can't be pre-approved through like a traditional bank. But since they are considered an RV, one of the type of tiny loans that you can get is an RV loan, and we also have a chattel loan. So the range is anywhere from 6 to 25 years. And also, as far as down payment is concerned, with the tiny homes, they require at least a minimum of 10% down payment. In some cases, higher, and in very rare instances, it can go a little lower. So we do have a finance director here on site that can help you go through some of the pre-qualifications and some of the criteria to qualify for some of those loans. I hope that I was able to answer a lot of your questions today, but you can find these and more on our frequently asked questions page on our website, libertytinyhomes.com. And as always, we are so excited to be a part of your tiny journey and make your tiny dreams a reality. So come by and visit us or reach out to the sales team at Liberty Tiny Homes.
Here's a tour of my 18-year-old sister's tiny house that I get to stay in when I'm home for the holidays. Before we go inside, on the back of the tiny home, there's usually an outdoor shower, but it comes down in the wintertime. When we first step inside, we're in the main living space with this bench that wraps all the way around. The great thing about the bench is that it's a storage bench, so we can put stuff under here, but it is kind of hard to open, so we try to put stuff in there that we don't need that often. Another couple of cool features are this collapsible table for more space and then a pull-down projector screen. The tiny house is hooked up to electricity and it's insulated, so we use a couple of different space heaters to help heat the space, and it works really well. On the opposite side of the bottom floor, we have the kitchen. We are not hooked up to water in the tiny house, so this jug is for washing your teeth and brushing your face, and then this one on the right is for drinking water. The kitchen also has a ton of storage, so that's something we've never really had a problem with. We also have a hot plate and a refrigerator and a freezer out here in that mini fridge, because we don't actually cook out here since it's on the same property as a normal house, so we just go inside if we need to cook. We are in the process of finishing the bathroom, so this is what it looks like at the moment. We have that camper potty out here in case we ever really need to use the bathroom, but mostly it's just used for storage at the moment. Next, I'll take you up to my favorite place in the whole tiny house, and that's this bed loft. It's really spacious up here, and it fits a king-size bed. Usually you won't even want to watch TV up here because you're too busy staring out at this beautiful view. But we put one in here anyway, and sometimes it is kind of nice just to have a TV. I'm so grateful that I have this beautiful place to stay while I'm home, all thanks to my sister, and if you have any questions, I'm sure she would love to answer them for you.
This is the tiny home that me and my partner made, and we've been living in it for over a year now. He's a carpenter, and the old adage is true that a carpenter's home is truly never finished, but I'm going to show you anyways. This is our nook. Over top of our nook is our guest loft with a single bed, and there's my desk, which kind of moves into our kitchen, which is a pretty big kitchen for a tiny home in my opinion. We have a lot of counter space and lots of storage, like these big long drawers that I just love. Double sink, double burner, lots of space for pottery, and we have an apartment-sized fridge. Moving into our bathroom, we have a black toilet, copper sink, and a shower, 2 closet spaces, and a washing machine. Then we're gonna go up into our loft, our bedroom, which has a king-size bed and 2 beautiful skylights. Our whole house is finished with this beautiful plaster that we did, and my favorite part is obviously our wood stove.
Could you guys live in this full time, or is it only guest house worthy? Let me know in the comments what you guys think.